All right, folks, what we have here is going to be a decent looking, very inexpensive, all-wheel drive SUV. Let me tell you about it. This is a 2001 Ford Explorer XLT all-wheel drive. Let me start her up for you. She does start right up. And then I'll go over the options and everything else, and I'll show you, as you can see, except for the seatbelt light and the door ajar light, which because the rear hatch is open, that's on, there are no check engine and or warning lights. As you can see, the vehicle has 151,885 miles, which isn't ridiculous for an 01. I mean, it's 14 years old after all. It's got all kinds of aftermarket gizmos here. I don't know what that is for. It probably looks like, you know, hookups for iPhones, iPad, whatever. A couple different remote controls down here. Who the heck knows what that's about? So anyway, I just wanted you to see that. So I just wanted that to be clear. Let's check the power equipment. Right rear window, down, up, deep tinted glass there. Right front, down, up. We'll swing on around here to left rear, down, and up. And of course the all-important driver's window, down and up. This even has a power sunroof. And as you can see, operates exactly as it should. And it closes. And of course it's got the, you know, the cover, which you want. It's got the temperature and compass there, 35 degrees out, so it is pretty chilly out this morning. Let's see, what else can we go over? It's got cruise control on the steering wheel. I don't know about that. I haven't driven this thing a whole lot. Tilt wheel, horn, no problem. Wipers, there you go, no problem. Oh, power mirrors, let's check them out. Left power mirror. That looks like that's a manual power mirror. And the right mirror looks like it's going to be a manual mirror as well. Not the worst thing that could happen to you. Let's go out and check out the outside of the car. We'll do a little quick scan of the inside. It does have a leather interior, and as you can see, the driver's door panel looks pretty decent. A little melty hole there, but no big deal. I don't know what all these wires are. They're for like antennas or something stupid. Here's your driver's seat. Actually, it's in really, really good condition. Naturally, of course, typical Ford, where you rest your elbow, you know, is there. I mean, if it really bothers you, for $25, you probably get a new one at the junkyard, or a newer one, and it's an easy fix to replace that. But that's up to you. Oh yeah, here it is. The Sirius antenna, I guess, is what this one is. I don't like ripping stuff out of cars just because I don't know, you know, how it might affect anything. So that'll be up to you to figure out. But there's the floor. Looks pretty decent. Put my little floor mat back down there. Oh, this is a power seat. Forwards, backwards, as you can see, down and up, and it looks like it's got the lumbar and whatnot adjustments there. Oh, let's see, what else can we talk about? That's pretty much it. Okay, now we'll close this up. Now, as is typical with Ford, I believe it's got remote keyless entry, and the typical, like I said, of Ford is the door locks work, but I'm not sure if they all work, so I just like to let you know everything I know about the vehicle. All right, left front tire. Let's see what kind of tread we have on this baby. So I got my little handy dandy tread wear meter here. And we'll just stick that right there. Push that down, and let's see. Not bad. This thing has 30 seconds of tread left, which you figure a car tire is 12 brand new, and a sport utility is, 14 to 15. That's pretty darn good. All right, this is your left rear tire. There we go. And check that one, and that one is also 10, which is really nice. And they're both Hancooks, which is a halfway decent brand. All right, and we'll come back here. Another matching tire. Boy, that's a good sign. And I'm going to guess this is probably similar too. Yep, 10, 30 seconds. And again, another matching tire. Wow, I like that. So here we go, and that one is actually a little bit better. That one's almost 11, 30 seconds. So yeah, so basically the tires are pretty much all the same. Around 10 to 11, 30 seconds. A nice clean Ford aluminum alloy wheels, as you can see. Good brand, matching tires. Good sign. Another thing typical of a Ford, it does have some rust. Not really horrible, but you know, as you can see, it's got some. Has the nice molded running boards, as you can see. Let's see, this is your right front door. Looks pretty decent. No dings or no dents. A couple minor scratches. Here's your passenger side, nice and clean, as you can see. And this seat again, really nice condition. Not worn out, not ripped, not torn, none of that stuff. There's your headliner. You can see that's pretty nice condition. All right, we'll go down around the door frame. You can see pretty nice. And of course, we'll do the door jamb, where I expect there to be some kind of corrosion down the bottom, because there typically always is on these Fords. There you go. It's a tiny little bit, nothing really that bad. All right, this here. Wow, I live in Jersey, I don't talk like that. This is your right rear door. And you can see down here, there's a little bit of rust on that part there, no big deal. Let me close this door. We'll open this up. And you can look in here and see, here's your rear. Oh, look at it, it's got the rear audio, and looks like, what's that, climate control too, for the back. Always a nice thing to have. Back seat's in really terrific shape. Do your door jamb, you can see where the rust is right there. You know, you can repair that pretty simply if you want, or you can just let it be, it's up to you. We'll do your door jamb, the door frame, excuse me. There you go. Okay. Now here we're on the right rear quarter panel, and as you can see, a little bit of rust there. But the quarter panel, oh, that's pretty nice. Oh, the roof. Let me do the roof for you guys. Has a roof rack with the crossbars, as you can see. Come back here, show you the hatch. You know, pretty nice, pretty clean. Very spacious, and of course those seats fold down, so you could actually turn this thing into like a little van if you wanted to. Up to you, of course. You can see there's a little bit of rust right there, moving around. Nothing else too bad on this side. And a little spot right there. And we'll back up. I'm actually surprised that usually, a lot of times, this thing is like rotted away here, but this isn't bad. Again, please keep in mind, you know, the darn thing is 14 years old, so it's in surprisingly good shape for that. There you go. Explorer. It's got, now you can open either the full hatch, or as you just saw, you can just open that up. And of course, like I said, it's got the deep tinted glass. The bumper's in nice shape too. Usually that's rusted out, but this one's actually really nice. Let's take a peek underneath. There's your spare tire. There you go. All right, coming down the left side of the body. This looks just like the other side. You know, of course, the deep tinted glass. A little bit of rust over the wheel arch. Not horrible, but it's there. We'll do your roof. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. All right, this is your left rear door. A little bit of a scratch there, no big. Open this up. Let you guys take a look, see in here. Not bad, right? Door frame, and again, same spot as just like on the other side, that spot down there. Door jamb, excuse me, door frame here. There you go. And moving on to the driver's door, of course, it's got the little, you know, the little doohickey keypad. I don't know if I have the code or not, probably not. You can always get that from Ford if you really desire, that's up to you. All right, let's do the door. A little bit of spot right there. Of course, it's got the running board on this side as well. There you have it. Actually, the doors are actually pretty clean on this. I'm really surprised. Normally, that's the first thing to rust off of these things. As you can see, it is a V8. Left front fender looks pretty nice and clean. Let's go around to the front. Front looks nice, not all busted up. It's got the factory fog lights underneath. It doesn't look like this thing's been smashing into stuff, which is very nice indeed. Come underneath here. And you can see there's your, that shows you that it's all-wheel drive. If you look right there, that's the shaft that comes out. So that's what provides power to the front wheel, just so you know. just so you know, you're not buying a two-wheel drive. It is an all-wheel drive, even though there's no, it's all-wheel drive because, as you can see, I don't know if you noticed on the interior, there's no switch. You know, you can't switch it. It's always on, and the computer decides whether it needs it or whether you need to have the all-wheel drive or not. Very good motor. This has been in everything from the Mustang to, you know, Explorers to all kinds of different vehicles. Ford has used this 5-liter engine in a lot of stuff. And this one, of course, sounds very nice, very good. You will need new pistons. As you can see, I got to use a pair of vice grips on that one to keep it open for you. I don't know if I can get my hands in here to rev this thing up. Yeah, I'm not sticking my hand in there. But as you can hear right now, I'll shut up for a minute and let you guys listen to this motor. That sounds pretty darn good. Going around the hood. See, not all rotted out. Very nice. You know, general condition, I'd give this thing, you know, a pretty good grade, especially, you know, for its age and mileage and whatnot. But, you know, it's not going to be perfect, but I think for the price, it's going to be pretty darn good. Okay, let me step back. Now here, let's do the, oh, check this out. If you happen to live in the state of New Jersey, you have until February of, not next year, the year after, 2016. So you have some good time left on the inspection. And as you can see, you know, a couple little scratches, but no big deal. So this is actually, like I said, a pretty darn decent looking all-wheel drive V8 Explorer. But of course, the important thing is going to be, how does it run? Well, that's what we're going to do next. We're going to take it for a ride. All right, folks, first thing we're going to do before we take it for a ride, one thing I always like to do, especially like on a day like today, it's really cold out today. I like to start them when they're ice cold, which you saw that before. First thing this morning I'm doing this, and it was nice and cold. Well, now the car's had a chance, or the truck has had a chance to idle and warm up, and I want to show you that it'll start warm, because different things, you know, can happen when it's warm and when it's cold. So I'd like to demonstrate that it starts equally as well. And of course, all the lights go out. Like I said, it's a pretty decent vehicle, actually, all the way around. It's not great, but believe me, for the cheap money I'm going to be selling it for, it's going to be well worth it. I mean, honestly, if you can make it through one winter with this thing, which I see no reason why you can't, it's a great deal. You get 2, 3, 4 winters out of it, it's a fantastic deal. All right, now we're going to go take it for a ride. This is a 4-speed automatic overdrive. I do detect a slight exhaust leak. I think it's from underneath, so it's probably just some kind of muffler or something. So just letting you know, if you can't hear it, I'd like to point things out to you. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want a V8. The gas mileage is no good. It's like, well, you know something? That's just like almost a myth. I'd rather have a V8 in a vehicle of this size with all-wheel drive. Oh, wait, before I get onto that, take your hands off the wheel, as you can see, and we're going straight. We didn't slide off the road, so the front end's good. A V6 and a V8, the gas mileage difference is approximately 1 to 2 miles per gallon at the most. The only difference is a 6-cylinder has to work a lot harder to move this bulk than an 8-cylinder does. For me, for my money, for the power, I'll take the V8. Thank you very much. Neither of them are going to get you stellar gas mileage. So if you're buying this for an economy run car, you can forget that. But if you need something reliable, large for the winter, yeah, you got something here. All right, let's go. Back. Transmission feels really nice, shifts very smoothly, actually. One of the smoother shifting ones of these I've had. Obviously with the V8, no problem getting up to 55 miles an hour, so there you have it. Next thing we're going to do is a little brake test, and basically all that's going to consist of is me going onto this parking lot across the street from my place, letting go of the steering wheel, slamming on the brakes, seeing what happens. You know, basically all you can tell on the video is keep your eye on the wheel. If it swings wildly to the right, wildly to the left, there might be a little brake balance issue. I will do my best to describe to you how the brakes feel, but again, you know, this is not a perfect situation unless you were sitting in the passenger seat with me, or better yet, you were driving. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pull in here, find my little usual spot. There we go. Hands off the wheel. It's about 5 miles an hour in. All right, great news. As I had hoped, and I figured with all the equipment this thing has, it would have this. You notice the steering wheel did its little dance, little jig, little jag there? Well, what that means is the vehicle has anti-lock brakes, and it works. That's the significant thing here. It has dual airbags and, in my opinion, the best safety feature, which is the anti-lock brakes. So if you're going to be giving this vehicle to, you know, your kid or something to drive to high school in the wintertime, which I think is a fantastic idea, nice big vehicle like this, and the kids love them, at least you know you got safety features like the all-wheel drive, airbags, anti-lock brakes, that sort of stuff. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm pulling up here. This is about a 23 degree incline we're parked on right now. It's hard, I know, on the video to see, but the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to just step on the gas and show you, if this was a rear-wheel drive or a two-wheel drive vehicle and I floored it on this type of incline on gravel, we would stay put. We wouldn't go anywhere. But this is just a little demonstration to show you the all-wheel drive does work. Here we go. And as you can see, it pulls it like a champ up there. So that, I think, is fantastic. So obviously the all-wheel drive does work as advertised. So I'm trying not to drive through the mud, get your new car all dirty here. We'll come around here. I noticed the radio's a little slidey. It looks like it slides right out. I don't even know if that damn thing's hooked up or not. But you know what, especially if you're giving this to a kid or something, man, they love to jack around with that stuff. And with a Pioneer radio, I think they'd be in heaven once they figured out how to hook all the crap up to it. Me, I couldn't honestly be interested anymore. Used to be like that when I was a kid, but not anymore. Now I just put my earbuds in, I'm good to go. All right, so let's do a little bit of a recap. This is a 2001 Ford Explorer XLT all-wheel drive V8, decent mileage, decent shape, good running, not perfect of course, but it's gonna, the main thrust here is very inexpensive all-wheel drive, good winter transportation, good tires, everything appears to work, no major mechanical issues that I can report. So I really think this is something, you know, that you can really get at a good price, and it's very useful. Now we'll take one more walk around the outside, because now I have the hood down and I got, sorry about my camera work there, and we'll just take a nice little stroll around the outside of this baby. Back up. Like I said, about the only mechanical thing actually, and it's probably one of the simpler fixes, it sounds like it's got a little exhaust leak. The motor sounds great, plenty of power. And it doesn't look like a rolling wreck either, so it's not something your kid or, you know, whatever, your wife, whoever you're giving it to would be embarrassed to drive to school, shopping, whatever in. Yeah, I'd have no problem putting one of my kids in this thing if they wanted it. All right, well, there you go. If you want a reliable, decent looking, good running, not perfect of course, but very inexpensive all-wheel drive 5-passenger vehicle for the winter, this should be a good one for you. And as I always do, I hope this goes to a good home. Thanks.